Hey everyone, it's David with Layer 2 Computers. In this video we're going to look at the difference of a traditional hard drive right here and a solid state drive. Starting with the traditional hard drive, basically it's a bigger and clunkier and heavier. They have physical moving parts in them that do deteriorate and go bad over time. If you ever hear clicking in your hard drive or out of the computer, that's generally where it's coming from. It's a bad sign, you're probably about to lose the drive. And then over here we have the solid state, like I said, and it's in a bracket to make it physically the same size for a desktop computer. In a laptop, basically just put the solid state drive in, which is just this part. You can see how thin it is, and it's really light. There's no moving parts in them. They run cooler, longer life. There's less things to go wrong in them, basically. So it's a really cool technology, and you're going to see the speed boost that this computer is going to get. They are both a exact copy of each other. They both have Windows 10 on them. We've done a cleanup and kind of got everything to a good point for the software, so it's going to be exciting to see the difference in speed just from the hardware itself. So literally, they're an exact copy of each other. So we'll plug them in and see how they do. Alright, and we're back. So the first one we're going to look at is the traditional hard drive, which is right here inside of the computer. And we're going to go ahead and turn on the computer and see how it does. So there's our light down there. You can hear the computer spinning up. And up on the screen, got our HP flashing by. And next should be the Windows, yep. So looking good there. And there we go. So we're at the screen here. So now we're gonna go ahead and log in. Very good, so that's rolling. And there we go. Alright, so you're going to see it's not doing too bad. So next we're going to run a test on the computer to see how well the standard hard drive is performing. Alright, so we got our software pulled up, and now we're just going to hit all, and what that's going to do is it's going to run a bunch of different tests on it to see how fast the hard drive can read and write data, which is obviously very important, because that kind of determines how fast your files will open up, Windows will load, how fast it'll turn on, that kind of thing. So here we go. Now I'm just going to cut to the end once I start it so we can just see the result. And we're back with test results from the test. You don't need to remember these or read into them, we'll kind of analyze that all later, but basically it's 47.01 megabytes read and 61.96 megabyte a second of write. So I will go ahead and shut down the computer now and swap out to the solid state drive, and we'll see the performance difference here. It should be significantly better. Alright, and now we have the solid state drive into the computer. That's this guy right below my finger. We're going to go ahead and hit the power button and see the performance increase. So it's lighting up and spinning up all the fans. So here we go. Got the HP logo. Ooh, that was faster, and the Windows 10 screen. And now we're at the login, so now we're going to go ahead and type in the password here. And we're logging in. Let's see how that does. And now we're ready to go. So now I'm going to go ahead and run the hard drive test here. And go ahead and click the all button, and let's see how it does. And now we're back with the speed test results from the solid state drive. Before we were getting about 47 on read, now we're getting about 537. On the write we were getting about 60, and now we're getting about 504. So that's a huge performance increase. And we'll actually kind of break down, do the math, and figure out the percentages here in a second. And now we're back with the results. As you can see, the solid state drive clearly beat out the traditional hard drive in everything that was measured here. So you can see that the read was increased over 11 times the traditional hard drive, and that affects how fast the computer turns on, whenever you're opening documents, how fast Windows is, editing things. So a huge performance boost by having that higher. And then also the writing was increased by over 8 times, and that will affect how quickly things will save. You won't get that little jitter or freeze as you're saving a document. Basically everything in the computer is massively increasing speed based upon the solid state drive being installed. We do those upgrades, so if you're looking for the most bang for your buck, a solid state drive is definitely the way to go.